Troopers responding to the very scene, finding a car pulled over on the side of the interstate. That driver told them that his car had just been shot. We're talking about a hostage situation inside of that Walgreens as we speak. Hey, let me show you exactly what we're dealing with here. A playground in ruins, a shed crushed, and a community now getting the full extent of the damage. Out of all of the positions up for election this month, only candidates in one race are having problems with campaign finance reporting. It's too early to speculate on the cause, and let me show you why. The building just isn't safe enough to enter yet. The city attorney told me that figure, although funded by tax dollars, is not public at this time. I'll continue digging. On your side, Brent Solomon, NBC 12. Thank you for waking up with 12 News Today. I'm Brent Solomon. Take a look behind me. The weather is pretty decent right now. Also happening now in Henrico, a man fighting for his life after police say he was run over by a car. Well, there's a push underway right now to tackle the so-called school-to-prison pipeline right here in Richmond. And Boathouse Farms is telling customers across the country not to drink its protein drinks because they could be spoiled. Well, your next Uber ride won't involve any guessing at all. The ride-sharing service rolling out upfront fares for Uber X rides. All right, turning now to that historic flooding in West Virginia. The death toll continues to rise as many communities work to keep their heads above water. Let's talk about those heavy thunderstorms now that sent massive floods across West Virginia and killed at least 23 people. Entire communities have been swallowed by the water, and forecasters warn it could get even worse. I knew overnight in Prince George's County, Maryland, where 3 people are dead and 2 are hurt after a shooting at a Maryland home. And if there was any question, it's a small world. Check your 401k. The historic decision by British voters for their country to exit the European Union sent economic shockwaves from the UK to the US, and the Dow lost over 3% of its value. Well, a North Carolina center suspending all of its whitewater activities after a teenager dies from a brain-eating amoeba. Experts are now testing that water to make sure it's safe for other visitors. So let's turn now to Deshaun Brown with what you need to know. Well, investigators tell me they routinely find minors using fake IDs, but those IDs are generally from other states. Well, now that they're starting to circulate fake Virginia IDs right here in our area, police are having to fight back. The bar scene is often enticing for those not old enough to be here.
I had one day where my door person made a little graveyard and she had about 12 of them popped up front.
In one night?
In one night.
He's talking about fake IDs.
Be on top.
Minors looking to get inside bars being quickly turned away.
A lot of times they'll use that fake ID to try and get past us.
Because he often goes undercover, we're not identifying this ABC agent. The agency has made some 100 arrests since January for fake IDs.
We were out patrolling one night and saw a long line at one of my licensed establishments. We got out, immediately could tell a lot of the people in line were under get as many of these off the street as possible, and literally in a 45-minute period we seized over almost 20 IDs.
They're usually from other states. Looking at these, I can't tell the difference.
And in fact, most people can. You'll see that West Virginia and the seal of the state of West Virginia fluoresces under ultraviolet light.
It's why ABC is kicking off training for local law enforcement agencies, especially since fake Virginia IDs are beginning to circulate, agents say, for the first time in years.
We have security features that are only visible under ultraviolet light.
And since counterfeit ID makers are getting savvy, so are investigators as they crack down. Even bartenders doing their due diligence so they aren't penalized.
My criminal charge is independent of my employment here. They can fire me on the spot and I still have to go to circuit court. And when they're 21 years old, they're more than welcome to come back and drink with us. It's just the law is the law and we have to follow that.
All right, back live now. A lot of these fake IDs are being manufactured overseas, which finds local agents even reaching out to the FBI. If you're caught with one, by the way, you could face a $2,500 fine or up to a year in jail. On your side in Richmond, Brent Solomon, NBC 12. Well, when the then teenager eluded police, he actually damaged a trooper's car in the process. He was ordered to pay a fine. He says he paid it. The state says he didn't. Now I'm getting involved. Let's go back to February of 2010. A high-speed chase along I-95 ends and Glenn Fuselier flipping his minivan several times with children inside.
Every day of my life since then, I've been trying to improve, and I'm not the same person no more.
Flash forward to 2017. He served his time, but there's still a problem. While trying to get away from police, he damaged a trooper's car and was slapped with a $4,300 fine for the damage. This year, he got this letter from the state saying, "You failed to satisfy a debt." And as a result, the Commonwealth took nearly $300 from his tax refund.
Is saying that they're going to continue to take my money. Next year, when I'm looking at more money, they're going to take that from me too, and that's not right when I've already done as I'm supposed to do.
Fuselier says he paid the entire fine 3 years ago. He tried to clear it up with the Petersburg clerk's office multiple times.
And the first time I was told that nobody was here, to leave my name and my information. The second time I was told they were still looking into it and that they would contact me.
Months later, nothing, so he called 12.
I was looking for help.
Monday, I went with him to the clerk's office as he held his receipt of payment in hand.
As soon as we walked in, everybody noticed me. They noticed you as well. The staff jumped in.
For more than an hour, the clerk and her staff investigated the issue as we waited. Turns out, not only did Fuselier pay the fine in full, the clerk produced this check, dated September 2014, made payable to Virginia State Police for the $4,300. Not only that, the clerk's records show the check cleared the bank. So what now? Are you going to do something more?
Yes, I put in a call to them today, this afternoon, while Mr. Fuselier was here, to let them know that they need to contact me and that his bill had been paid in full.
Fuselier now hopeful he'll get his money back after I started asking questions.
You took the interest and you heard me out. I don't know where I would be right now if it wouldn't have been for y'all getting involved and y'all helping out. I mean, when they say Channel 12 is on your side, I mean, this time right here, y'all are on my side and y'all are helping me.
All right, back live now. When I reached out to the state, I was told they can't discuss matters involving individual cases, but they tell me intercepting tax refunds is one way they get the money that's due to the state. But according to these documents, something here isn't adding up. So I'll continue to follow this one. On your side at State Police Headquarters, Brent Solomon, NBC 12. They had no clue, although earlier today it started to make sense when the teacher never showed up to class. It's a mother-daughter conversation Jessica Kowick never thought she'd have.
You send your kids to school so they can be safe and learn, and you got pedophiles as their teachers.
She's referring to the arrest of 53-year-old David Kiboic, a science teacher at James River High.
I said, oh my gosh, that's my daughter's teacher.
He's been teaching me all year.
Alexis Kowick is a 9th grader who never suspected anything out of the ordinary.
He was a pretty good teacher. He's an active teacher. And everybody passed the SOL, except like one person in our class, so he's a good teacher. He was outside the door, he would hand papers out, and then he would tell everybody to sit down, and he would tell us what we had to do for the day, and then we would just get to work.
So structured?
Yeah.
Respected?
Yes.
But according to police, the respected teacher had a dark side. For years, investigators say the suspect had inappropriate contact with an underage female relative and then produced lewd images of her. A staff member at the school allegedly found the salacious photos inside one of the teacher's books. As soon as the school system learned about this criminal investigation, it wasted no time taking action. I got my hands on this letter. The school shared it with parents. The principal writes, "This is not the message that I want to share with you, but I want to be sure you receive the information."
I mean, it's messed up. I mean, as a teacher here with a whole bunch of students, to hear that's happening, it's like kind of hitting too close.
I wasn't expecting my teacher to be a rapist and take pictures of little kids and nothing.
I definitely think that he should not be around kids if he's charged with those kinds of charges.
Back live now, police do not believe any other children were affected other than that one that's related to him. By the way, the teacher has been relieved of his duties with the school system. On your side in Chesterfield, Brent Solomon, NBC 12.